Money runs the world. Whether we like it or not, it dictates opportunities, relationships, and even the way people perceive us. The brutal truth, as long as you have money, people are with you. They cheer for you. They admire you. They want to be in your circle. But the moment it's gone, most of them disappear. That's not negativity, it's reality. And once you understand this reality, you can control it instead of letting it control you. Money doesn't change people. It reveals them. When you have it, you attract all kinds of individuals, some genuine, some opportunistic. But when you lose it, the real ones stay, and the fake ones scatter like dust in the wind. Look around. Success has a gravitational pull. Wealth has a magnetic force. The more you have, the more people orbit around you. They want to be near the power, the energy, the resources. They'll call you family, brother, sister, but the question is, are they there for you or what you provide? Let's be clear, money itself is not evil. It's a tool, a weapon, a resource. And in today's world, it's the difference between being in control and being controlled. People respect power, and money is power. It opens doors, it commands attention, and it gives you choices. When you have money, your words carry weight. Your presence demands attention. People listen, they follow, they believe in you. But when the money fades, so does the illusion of importance in their eyes. That's why you must use money as a tool, not a trap. Too many people chase it blindly, thinking wealth alone will bring them happiness. But true wealth isn't just having money. It's having freedom. The freedom to make decisions without fear. To walk away from toxic people, to create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Money is only a means to an end, not the end itself. So here's the lesson. Get your money up, but don't let money define you. Build wealth, but also build character. Surround yourself with people who see you, not just the numbers in your bank account. And above all, never forget, the moment your money disappears, the fake ones will vanish. And that's when you'll know who truly belongs in your life. Money is a mirror. It doesn't create a new version of you, it simply magnifies who you already are. If you were kind before wealth, you become generous. If you were selfish, you become greedy. If you were disciplined, you become unstoppable. But if you were reckless, you become dangerous. Money isn't the cause, it's the amplifier. It makes whatever was already burning inside you explode. Think about it, we've all seen people who came from nothing, built themselves up, and suddenly became someone else. Arrogant, dismissive, self-absorbed. But were they really changed by money? No. Money just gave them the power to show their true nature. Before, they didn't have the luxury to act that way. They needed people, so they played nice. They weren't humble, they were just broke. And the moment their pockets filled up, the mask fell off. But then you also see people who become wealthy and use it as a force for good. They uplift others, they create opportunities, they give back. They don't become better because of money. They were already great, and now they just have the resources to express it on a larger scale. Oh, money didn't create their generosity, it just amplified it. Picture this, two childhood friends grow up in the same tough neighborhood. Both struggle, both hustle, both dream of a better life. One of them, let's call him Jake, grinds relentlessly. He stays disciplined, studies finance, works late hours, saves every dollar, and eventually builds a business empire. The other, Mike, takes shortcuts, makes quick money, and lives for the thrill. They both hit success. Jake through smart investments, Mike through high-risk deals. At first, they look the same, both have luxury cars, big houses, and entourages. But watch them closely. Jake's wealth allows him to create jobs, invest in his community, and build something lasting. Mike, on the other hand, spends recklessly, parties nonstop, and surrounds himself with people who only stay as long as the champagne flows. Then something happens. The financial crisis hits. Jake, with his discipline and planning, weathers the storm. Mike, who never built a foundation, loses everything overnight. And suddenly the difference is clear. Money didn't change them, it just revealed who they were all along. Jake was always strategic, patient, and forward-thinking. Mike was always impulsive, living for the moment, blind to consequences. Now look at yourself. What would money reveal about you? If you woke up tomorrow with $10 million in your account, who would you become? Would you help people or turn your back on them? Would you build something meaningful or burn through it all chasing temporary highs? because that money won't make you different. It will only show the world who you truly are. This is why some people fear success. Deep down, they know they don't have the mindset to handle it. They know money would expose their weaknesses, not hide them. They say things like, if I had money, I'd be happy. No, you wouldn't. You'd be exactly who you are now, just with a bigger stage. If you're disciplined, wealth will empower you. If you're careless, it will destroy you. We see this play out with celebrities all the time. A struggling artist grinds for years, making music, acting, or building a brand. They live humbly, talk about how much they appreciate their fans, and promise never to forget where they came from. Then fame and fortune hit, and suddenly they change, or so people think. The truth? They didn't change at all. The money just gave them the freedom to be who they always wanted to be. Look at lottery winners. More than 70% of them lose everything within a few years. Why? Because money isn't the real solution. Mindset is. Give a broke-minded person $1 million, and they'll find a way to be broke again. Give a wealthy-minded person nothing, and they'll find a way to be rich again. The difference isn't the money, it's the mentality. That's why you have to prepare for success before it comes. You have to develop discipline before you have something to protect. You have to build character before you build wealth. Because the second you touch money, the real you steps into the spotlight, and there's no place to hide. Think of it like this. Money is like a microphone. It makes your voice louder, but it doesn't change what you're saying. If you were insecure before, wealth will amplify that insecurity. If you were confident, it will amplify that confidence. If you were fake, money will put that fakeness on display for the world to see. So ask yourself, who are you without money? How do you treat people when you have nothing to offer them? Do you show up, put in the work, stay consistent, or do you wait for someone to hand you a shortcut? Because the way you live now is the same way you'll live when success comes. This is why you must build yourself first. Strengthen your mind, sharpen your skills, develop habits that set you up for greatness. Because when the money comes, and it will, who you are today is who you will be, just with more power, more attention, and more influence. And once you have that, there's no turning back. The world will see you for who you truly are. So make sure you're someone worth seeing. Power commands attention, it shapes decisions, it moves the world. In today's world, money is power. The size of your bank account often determines the weight of your words, the doors that open for you, and the level of influence you command. Whether people admit it or not, they respect power. And in our modern reality, power is most often measured in dollars. Think about it. When you walk into a room, people subconsciously calculate your worth before you even speak. It's not just about how you dress or how you carry yourself, it's about what you represent. The moment they sense success, their perception of you shifts. Your words carry more weight, your ideas suddenly seem more valuable, and your presence demands respect. Why? Because money symbolizes achievement. It signals discipline, intelligence, and the ability to create impact. And people are drawn to that. Look at the world's most influential figures, business tycoons, industry leaders, innovators. Are they the loudest, the strongest, the most physically intimidating? No. They hold power because they control resources. They have the ability to fund projects, create jobs, and shift entire industries. Their words don't just inspire, they move markets. When they speak, the world listens, not because they shout the loudest, but because they have built something undeniable. Now let's break this down at a personal level. Have you ever noticed how people treat you differently when they perceive you as successful? How they suddenly pay attention when they think you have something to offer? It's not about arrogance, it's reality. Respect isn't just about character, it's about contribution. What do you bring to the table? What have you built? What can you provide that others value? And let's be real, people say money isn't everything, but those same people work their entire lives to earn it. They spend decades chasing promotions, building businesses, investing in assets. Why? Because they understand, even if they don't admit it, that money gives them options. It gives them control. It gives them a voice that cannot be ignored. Imagine two men walk into a meeting. One is broke but full of ideas. The other is wealthy with the resources to turn those ideas into reality. Who do you think gets more attention? Who do you think has the power in that conversation? It's not about who's smarter. It's not about who works harder. It's about who holds the leverage. This is why you must take control of your financial destiny. You cannot afford to sit back and wait for opportunities. You must create them. You must position yourself in a way where people have no choice but to respect you, because your value is undeniable. Look at history. Kings and emperors ruled not because they were the most virtuous, but because they controlled wealth. Countries rise and fall based on economic strength. Businesses dominate industries not just by having the best products, but by having the most capital. Money is not just paper, it is influence. It determines who gets a seat at the table and who gets ignored. And this is not about greed. This is about empowerment. Because when you have financial power, you don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to rely on others to decide your fate. You don't have to be at the mercy of someone else's generosity. You move on your terms. You live life by your own design. Now, some people say, well, respect should be about who you are, not what you have. And that's true, partially. Character matters, integrity matters. But let's be brutally honest. If you're broke, even the best character in the world won't get you the same level of respect as someone who has built real success. The world doesn't just value goodness, it values results. Think about the most respected voices in any industry. They weren't just kind or hardworking. They produced, they delivered, they built. And because of that, their words carry weight. That's the power of financial success. It amplifies your message. It gives you a platform. It allows you to influence decisions, help others, and shape the world in ways that would be impossible without resources. You want to be respected? Build something. You want people to listen? Show them results. You want to move through life on your terms? Master the game of money. Because as much as people try to deny it, money is power. And in this world, power is what makes the difference between being heard and being ignored. You don't have to love money. You don't have to worship it, but you do have to understand it, because whether you like it or not, the world revolves around it. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can position yourself to not just survive, but thrive. When everything is going well, when the money is flowing, when life is abundant, everyone seems loyal. The calls never stop, the invitations keep coming, and you feel like you're surrounded by people who care. But that's not loyalty, that's convenience. People are comfortable standing beside you when you're at your highest because it benefits them. The real test comes when the money stops, when the success fades, when life hits hard. That's when you see who truly stands with you and who is only there for what you could give them. Think about it. When you have money, people laugh harder at your jokes. They show up for your celebrations. They act like they've been your closest friends for years. You could be in a room full of people feeling on top of the world and believe that this is real love, real friendship. But take away the wealth, remove the benefits, and watch how quickly the crowd thins. Suddenly, the ones who were always around are too busy. The ones who said they had your back disappear. The ones who called you family don't even return your calls. This isn't negativity, this is reality. And understanding this will save you from heartbreak. It will save you from false expectations, because the truth is, most people aren't loyal to you. They're loyal to what you provide. They love the lifestyle, the opportunities, the doors you open for them. But loyalty isn't tested when life is easy. It's tested when life is brutal. When you're struggling, when you can't offer anything in return, that's when you find out who was there for you and who was there for the benefits. Look at the world of celebrities, athletes, and entrepreneurs who lose their fortune. One minute they're surrounded by an entourage, friends, assistants, business partners, hangers-on. The next, when the money disappears, they find themselves alone. Why? Because the connection wasn't built on loyalty, it was built on financial convenience. When the source of wealth dries up, so does the interest of those who are only there to feed off it. Now, flip it. The people who stand by you when you're struggling, those are your real ones. The friend who picks up your call when you have nothing to offer. The family member who still believes in you even when you've hit rock bottom. The mentor who sticks around not because they see what you have, but because they see who you are. Those people are rare, and when you find them, you hold on to them. But here's the hard part. To find out who they are, you have to go through the fire. You have to lose something. You have to struggle. Because until that moment comes, everyone looks the same. They all say the right things, they all act supportive, but when life humbles you, when the money slows down, when you're not able to give them what they expect, that's when the truth is revealed. This is why you must be careful about who you let in. Surround yourself with people who see beyond your success, beyond your bank account, beyond what you can provide. Build relationships based on respect, loyalty, and shared values, not just status or financial gain. Because when the storm hits, and it will, you need people who won't run for cover. And here's another truth. Sometimes losing money is the best thing that can happen to you. Not because being broke is good, but because it strips away the illusions. It clears out the people who don't belong. It forces you to see reality for what it is. And once you know who's real, you can rebuild with confidence, with strength, with a foundation that won't crumble the next time life throws a challenge your way. Loyalty isn't about words. It's about actions. It's not about who stands with you when the champagne is flowing. It's about who's still standing when the celebration is over, the lights go off, and the struggle begins. Those are the ones who matter. Those are the ones you should fight for. Because in the end, money comes and goes, success rises and falls, but true loyalty, that's priceless. Money is one of the most powerful tools in the world. It can build empires, create opportunities, and give you the ability to live life on your terms. But for many people, money isn't a tool, it's a trap. It controls them, owns them, dictates their emotions, and keeps them running in circles, chasing more without ever truly feeling fulfilled. The difference between those who use money as a tool and those who fall into its trap comes down to one thing: mindset. Some people believe that money itself is the goal. They chase wealth as if having a certain number in their bank account will magically bring them happiness and peace. But they don't realize that money is just a means to an end. Real wealth isn't about stacking dollars just to say you have them. It's about what that money allows you to do. It's about control over your life, freedom from stress, the ability to make choices based on what you want rather than what you can afford. If you understand that, you'll use money wisely. If you don't, you'll become its slave. Look at the world's wealthiest people. The ones who are truly free are those who use money strategically. They don't just accumulate it, they invest it in things that give them more time, more control, more options. They build businesses, acquire assets, and create systems that work for them, so they don't have to trade all their time for income. They use money to buy back their life. That's real wealth. But then, there are those who have money yet remain trapped. They earn millions, but their expenses rise just as fast. They upgrade their lifestyle with every paycheck, buying more, spending more, needing more just to maintain an illusion of success. They are locked in a cycle: bigger houses, fancier cars, more debt, more pressure to keep up. Instead of using money to create freedom, they let it chain them to a life of endless work and stress. It doesn't matter how much they make, they never feel secure. They are one financial setback away from losing everything. Is why understanding how to use money is more important than simply having it. If you treat money as a tool, you use it to work for you. You invest, you grow, you create passive income streams that keep your wealth growing without you constantly grinding. But if you let it become a trap, you'll always be chasing, always stressed, always feeling like you don't have enough, no matter how much you actually have. Imagine two people. One earns $200,000 a year but spends $190,000. The other earns $80,000 but invests $30,000 of it wisely. In 5 years, who will have more freedom? Who will be in control of their life? The first person looks successful, but they're trapped. They have to keep earning at the same level just to stay afloat. The second person, they are building real wealth, They are creating options. They are setting themselves up to one day live without financial stress. Because in the end, wealth isn't just about money. It's about choice. It's about waking up every day and deciding how you want to spend your time. It's about not being forced into a job you hate just to survive. It's about knowing that no matter what happens in the economy, you are secure because you built a foundation that can't be shaken. That's the power of using money as a tool. Most people never reach that point because they don't see the bigger picture. They get caught up in chasing short-term pleasure, fancy cars, designer clothes, expensive vacations, without realizing that all those things mean nothing if they don't come from a place of financial security. They work harder and harder to maintain an image rather than working smarter to create a future where they don't have to work at all. The key is shifting your perspective. Instead of thinking, how can I make more money? Start thinking, how can I make money work for me? Instead of spending every dollar you earn, start asking, how can I use this to create more freedom? Because at the end of the day, money isn't the goal. The goal is a life where you are in control, where you don't have to answer to a boss you hate, where you don't have to worry about bills piling up, where you can take care of your family, explore the world, and live with peace of mind. That's the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Rich people have money. Wealthy people have freedom. Rich people chase paychecks. Wealthy people create systems that keep money flowing even when they sleep. Rich people work for their money. Wealthy people make their money work for them. And once you understand that, you'll never look at money the same way again. So the question is, are you using money as a tool, or is it using you? Are you building a future of freedom, or are you trapping yourself in a cycle of endless work and spending? The answer to that question will determine not just your financial success, but the quality of your entire life. Because in the end, real wealth isn't about having money. It's about never having to worry about it again. You have a choice. You can let money control you, dictate your decisions, and keep you locked in a cycle of endless chasing, or you can rise above it and master the game. You can be a slave to money, or you can make money your servant. The world is filled with people who wake up every morning trapped, not because they don't earn enough, but because they don't understand the power of using money as a tool. They trade time for dollars. They chase temporary luxuries. They spend without thinking about the future, and then they wonder why they're stuck. But you're not like them. You are different. You are here because you refuse to live a life of limitation. You are here because you demand more from yourself. You are here because you understand that real wealth is not about looking rich. It's about being free. If you want freedom, you must make a decision today. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because every second you wait, you're losing time. Time you can never get back. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever have. And the way you use money determines how much of it belongs to you. Will you spend the rest of your life chasing after paychecks, living in fear of financial collapse, letting money dictate your happiness? Or will you take control, learn the rules, and position yourself in a way where you never have to depend on anyone else for your survival? Warren Buffett once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that is the reality most people live in. But that is not your destiny. You are meant for more. You are meant to own your time. You are meant to wake up every morning and decide how you will spend your day, not because you have to, but because you choose to. That is power. That is real wealth. Jim Rohn said, the ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them. This is not just about money. It's about the person you become in the process. The discipline, the knowledge, the power to create, to build, to elevate yourself beyond the ordinary. So go. Master money before it masters you. Take control before the world controls you. Build a future where you own your time, your choices, your life. Because in the end, real wealth isn't about how much you have. It's about how free you are.